Hello, my name is Daniel Hampton, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the issue of modern day slavery. Most people, they don't think that slavery exists anymore. They think that it ended several hundred years ago. But that is just not the case. In fact, there are more people in slavery today than there have ever been in any time in history. It is estimated that as many as 27 million people are in slavery right now. And as God's children, it is our responsibility to stand up for justice. It is our responsibility to make sure that our children live in a world where slavery is non-existent. After all, what if it was your children that were being bought and sold as livestock? The reason that I feel so passionately about this topic is because I've been to two Passion conferences where the main focus of the conferences were to just inform about modern day slavery. I have also been on a recent mission trip to the island nation of Haiti, and while I was there, I had the opportunity to meet many child slaves. And after meeting with them and through my experiences at Passion, I've come to the realization that slavery still exists and it must be stopped at all costs. Today, I'm going to present to you the facts that slavery is everywhere. I'm also going to present to you that slaves work for you and me every single day. And also that it's the Christian organizations that are the ones leading the fight against slavery. And this leads me to my very first point, and that is that slavery is everywhere. Slavery exists in every single nation on the face of this earth, including our own nation, the United States of America. And a lot of people think that there's no way slavery could exist where they live. But that's not true at all, and I used to believe the same thing. However, WMCTV reports that in my own home state of Tennessee, up to 4,000 girls are working in sex and labor slavery across the state. And that's just one state. The entire scope of modern day slavery in the United States was brought to light a couple months ago as law enforcement from 46 different states rescued 105 children who are victims of slavery, as well as putting 150 pimps behind bars. Which leads me to my next point, and that is that slaves, they work for you and they work for me. And that's a really odd statement when we think about it, because obviously none of us own giant cotton plantations where people come and work for us for free, right? That just doesn't happen in this day and age. But slaves do make the things that we use every single day. Slaves make the clothes that we're wearing right now. Slaves probably made these. Slaves make the coffee that we love to drink with breakfast every single morning. Slaves make the chocolate that we love to snack on. Slaves make the toys that your children ask for Christmas every single year. And slaves also make the electronics that make our modern world run the way that it does. And however, the marketplace gives us a lot of power. Because slaves make the things that we use, we have a say in what we buy. And the marketplace is where we can step up and protest the companies that are using slaves to make the products that we use on a daily basis. Slaveryfootprint.com is a Christian-run website where you can go online and you can take a test, and on that test it will tell you how many slaves work for you on any given day. They also show the different organizations and brands that use forced labor every single day on the products that they make. Which leads me to my third and final point. That is that Christian organizations are the ones that are leading the fight against slavery. Christian organizations take part by raising awareness of slavery, by helping prevent people from falling into slavery, and to also help the victims that have been rescued from slavery. The International Justice Mission, or IJM as it's called, is the largest organization that's out there leading the fight against slavery. And on their website, this is what they say their main purpose for being is. That is that they offer victim relief, perpetrator accountability, survivor aftercare, and structural transformation by helping prevent abuse. And to sum all this up, I I just want to remind you guys that slavery, it exists everywhere. It exists from your hometown to across the world. Slaves make the clothes, the toys, and they also make the food that we eat every single day. And these slaves, they live a life that you would not wish even on your own worst enemy. But it is the Christian organizations that are the main ones out there making a difference in the world. By bringing this issue into the public eye, and by working to stop traffickers from initially picking up their victims. And they are also working to rehabilitate the victims. And as they rehabilitate the victims, the people are then presented with the gospel. And as more and more people are becoming aware of this terrible issue, more and more people are becoming dedicated to stop it. And while this task to dismantle the infrastructure of modern-day slavery is a daunting one, it can be completed without God's help. We cannot let this evil continue on our watch. It is our responsibility to give, to send, and to go to stop this spread of this terrible thing. I encourage everyone here to go to enditmovement.com. Enditmovement.com is a great website where you can find ways to specifically pray for victims of human trafficking, volunteers who are stopping human trafficking, and even the human traffickers themselves. You can also, on this website, you can also find ways where you can specifically give to each organization that's out there fighting slavery. That website, enditmovement.com, also has several opportunities where you can get involved, whether to help stop slavery. You can volunteer. You can volunteer in your own hometown, or you can even volunteer in countries across the world. However God calls you to help in modern-day slavery, I beg you to be obedient to His call to help end this atrocity. Thank you so much for letting me speak to you today, and I hope that you take what I've spoken to heart. Thank you.